What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Buzz. Let's get started with our first news. Arman revealed that he wasn't surprised about not receiving the title shot. In an interview with ESPN, MMA's Brett Okamoto, he explained that the UFC had informed him 4 months ago about their plan to give Paddy Pimblett the title opportunity. According to Arman, the UFC viewed Paddy as a bigger money fight compared to matchups involving Ilia Topuria or Justin Gaethje. He said he already knew Paddy would be fighting Ilia in January, but he didn't know the promotion would also create an interim title fight between Gaethje and Paddy. Arman believes the UFC had everything planned for months and that it wasn't about rankings or merit, but rather business. He added that the organization wants to build Paddy into a star and sees a title fight with Topuria as a major draw. Arman mentioned that managers were already aware of these plans, and he was told long ago to be ready because the UFC knew he could beat everyone. That, Arman believes, is the real reason he wasn't given the title fight. Despite being passed over, Arman remains confident that he will eventually face Ilia Topuria, unless Ilia retires. He emphasized that his goal is to defeat him and prove himself as the best. Speaking on their recent altercation, Arman said the slap incident only made Ilia look bad, claiming fans are laughing at Ilia, not him. Arman also offered to help Justin Gaethje prepare for his fight against Paddy Pimblett. He stated that if Justin needs help, he is willing to fly out and train with him. Arman made it clear he wants Justin to win because he strongly dislikes Paddy. He hopes Justin stays focused, avoids distractions, and treats this as his final big opportunity. Before moving on to the next news, we have a quick request for you. We're always working to improve our content and truly value your support. If you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon, it would mean a lot to us. That way, you'll never miss an update. Move on to another news. Kamaru Usman has officially kicked off his training camp as he prepares for what he hopes will be his next major opportunity inside the UFC. The former welterweight champion has set his sights on a potential title fight against the newly crowned lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev. Both fighters have openly expressed interest in the matchup, creating early excitement among fans who see the clash as one of the most intriguing potential bouts of the year. Usman, known for his relentless work ethic and championship mentality, recently shared a glimpse of his early training sessions. The footage highlights his focus, discipline, and determination as he begins the long road toward what could be a historic challenge. Despite moving up in weight, Usman appears energized and motivated, approaching the camp with the same intensity that once carried him through a dominant title reign. The idea of Usman facing Islam has gained momentum due to their mutual respect and competitive spirit. Usman has repeatedly voiced his desire to test himself against the best, and Islam, coming off major victories, represents the top of the mountain in the lightweight division. Their potential fight would not only be a massive draw, but also a compelling stylistic matchup, with Usman's elite wrestling and striking experience clashing against Islam's grappling, heavy, suffocating approach. Usman's decision to begin camp early signals that he is taking the possibilities seriously. Rather than waiting for negotiations or official announcements, he is already sharpening his tools, improving his conditioning, and preparing mentally for the challenge ahead. The former champion knows that opportunities at this level are rare, and he wants to be ready the moment the UFC decides to move forward. While nothing is officially confirmed, growing anticipation, combined with Usman's early preparation, has fans speculating that this super fight might be closer than expected. Usman's message is clear. He is ready, he is willing, and he is preparing to step into the octagon once again to chase another chapter of greatness. Move on to another news. Sean Brady recently spoke on the Brady Bag Show and made it clear that he believes Kamaru Usman is the least deserving contender in the current title conversation. Brady questioned how Usman's name is even being pushed into the mix, suggesting that the dynamic between Islam Makhachev and Usman, who share the same manager, might be influencing the narrative. According to Brady, the idea of Usman being next in line is nonsense, and he doesn't see any legitimate reason for Usman to leap ahead of more active and deserving contenders. Brady argued that Michael Morales, who defeated him at UFC 322, should be considered the top candidate for the next title shot. He emphasized Morales' undefeated record, his consistency, and the fact that he beat Brady when Brady was ranked as the #1 contender. In Brady's view, Morales' 19-0 streak and recent performances make him the most qualified to step into a championship fight. He also mentioned that other fighters, such as Shavkat Rakhmonov, need to re-enter the competitive race rather than wait on the sidelines. Brady explained that fighters must continue earning their place through activity and wins rather than relying on reputation or connection. He added that some athletes are being positioned for opportunities without putting in recent work inside the Octagon, and he doesn't find that fair to those actively competing. When asked about Ian Gary's potential movement in the rankings with his next win, Brady said he doesn't believe Gary would overtake Belal Muhammad's spot. Instead, he expects Morales to move up, with Gary likely landing somewhere around the 3rd or 4th position. He clarified that rankings don't always shift in a straightforward way. Beating someone doesn't automatically mean taking their exact placement. Instead, it depends on how the division is structured and how the UFC views each contender's overall momentum. Brady concluded by reinforcing that Morales has earned the #2 position, and depending on upcoming results, Gary could rise just behind him. But as far as Kamaru Usman is concerned, Brady reiterated that he sees no scenario in which Usman should be considered next in line for a title shot. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev received a remarkable welcome upon returning to his home region of Dagestan, where he was presented with a brand new Land Rover Defender. The gift came as a gesture of pride and celebration, following his historic achievement of becoming a 2-division UFC champion. Fresh off one of the biggest accomplishments of his career, Makhachev was greeted by supporters, officials, and well-wishers who gathered to honor his success and recognize the impact he continues to make both in the sport and in his community. The scene captured a moment of national pride as the newly crowned double champion arrived home after his monumental victory. The Land Rover Defender, a symbol of strength and durability, was gifted to him as a token of appreciation for elevating Dagestan's image on the world stage. Known for his discipline, humble attitude, and unwavering commitment to his craft, Islam accepted the gift with gratitude, reflecting the close connection he maintains with his supporters and homeland. The celebration highlighted not just his athletic accomplishments, but the cultural significance of his success. For many in Dagestan, Makhachev represents perseverance, hard work, and excellence, qualities that resonate deeply within the region. His rise to becoming a 2-division champion has inspired countless young athletes who look to him as a role model. As videos and images of the moment circulated online, fans from around the world reacted with excitement, congratulating him for both the championship wins and the honor he received upon returning home. The gesture symbolized the respect and admiration that his people have for him, further solidifying his status as a beloved figure in Dagestan. Islam Makhachev's latest achievement marks another chapter in his already impressive legacy. The celebration and the gift serve as reminders of just how far he has come and how deeply his victories resonate with those who support him. With his future in the UFC still full of possibilities, the newly crowned double champion heads into the next chapter of his career carrying not only the belts, but the pride of his entire region. Move on to another news. Alex Pereira has found himself at the center of criticism after a sparring clip surfaced online, showing him knocking out a training partner during an intense session. The footage recorded over the weekend shows Pereira landing several powerful strikes before ending the exchange, with his signature left hook to the chin, dropping his sparring partner instantly. The video quickly spread across social media, sparking a heated debate among fans and fighters. In the clip, Pereira appears to be sparring at near-fight intensity, launching heavy combinations that leave his partner visibly overwhelmed and unable to defend himself. Moments after the knockout, voices in the gym react with surprise, while others question why people are shocked, given Pereira's power and aggressive style. Still, many fans were not impressed and viewed the situation as unnecessary and unsafe. The backlash grew stronger on social platforms, with fans criticizing both the knockout and the decision to film and post the moment. One user commented that knocking out a defenseless training partner is trashy, adding that recording and sharing it online crosses a line. Another fan expressed disappointment, saying Pereira is too skilled and respected to promote that kind of footage, and questioned whether such intensity even qualifies as sparring. Others compared the reaction to previous criticism directed at Sean Strickland for going too hard on training partners, calling out the inconsistency in how fighters are judged. Pereira's session didn't end there. Additional footage showed him trading heavy shots with 6'7" heavyweight Robles Despain. The two exchanged powerful blows, demonstrating high-level striking and mutual toughness, though the exchange with Despain drew far less negative attention compared to the knockout clip. While Pereira hasn't publicly commented on the backlash, the incident has sparked ongoing discussion about gym etiquette, fighter safety, and the ethics of posting intense sparring footage. Fans remain divided. Some argue that high-level fighters routinely push each other in training, while others believe moments like these should remain private and handled responsibly. Move on to another news. Rumors erupted across the MMA world after UFC Brazil's official X account briefly posted what appeared to be a major fight announcement: a lightweight matchup between Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira for the BMF title at UFC 324, scheduled for January 24th in Las Vegas. The post was live only for a short time before it was deleted, but the damage was already done. Fans quickly captured screenshots, shared the announcement across social media, and began speculating that the UFC had accidentally leaked one of the biggest fights of the upcoming card. The sudden appearance of the matchup triggered excitement and confusion, with many believing that a Holloway versus Oliveira rematch was finally happening. Both fighters remain huge stars, and the idea of them competing for the BMF belt sparked immediate buzz. However, reports soon clarified that the apparent leak was not an official confirmation. According to MMA outlet Bloody Elbow, the post resulted from internal miscommunication rather than an intentional announcement. Early discussions within the UFC reportedly included the idea of booking Holloway versus Oliveira for the BMF title, but those plans were eventually abandoned. Despite being part of preliminary scheduling conversations, the fight was never finalized, and the promotion ultimately decided not to move forward with the matchup for UFC 324. The mistaken post generated plenty of reaction online, with fans joking about potential consequences for whoever accidentally pushed the announcement live. The situation also highlighted how sensitive and closely watched UFC matchmaking decisions are, especially when involving two of the most popular fighters in the sport. Although the rematch between Holloway and Oliveira has been removed from current plans, the buzz created by the accidental leak showed that fans remain eager to see the two share the Octagon again someday. While the BMF title bout will not feature Holloway and Oliveira at UFC 324, the brief moment of chaos gave the MMA community a glimpse into behind-the-scenes discussions and reminded everyone just how quickly information spreads when it comes to high-profile fights.